Cliffhanger to Kishtwar, India's most dangerous road. This road is not for weak hearts. Imagine riding on a super narrow mountain path with no safety walls, just 1,000 feet deep valley next to your bike tires. Some parts are still under construction, with loose rocks and landslides waiting to happen. You won't find any shops or help here, it's just you and the mountains. This is the new road, built to replace the old. Look at these sharp curves cutting through the mountains, freshly dug but already turning muddy and slippery from rain and landslides. The edges are still crumbling, with no safety walls to stop a fall into the valley below. Yet, there's still beauty everywhere. Waterfalls splash onto the road, bright green moss covers the rocks, and eagles circle overhead. But don't get distracted, one wrong turn and your bike could slide straight off. The builders tried their best, but in the Himalayas, nature always wins. Ride slow, stay sharp, and pray the mud doesn't drag you down. There was some road work happening ahead, and one construction worker was standing up on the hill, talking to his buddy down below through a walkie-talkie. He was asking, should we let vehicles pass now or not? Since there wasn't any major construction work happening at that moment, the workers gave us the green signal to proceed. These roads are scary enough already, but when another vehicle comes from the opposite side, the real trouble begins. There's barely any space to move aside, no safety walls, and just a steep drop next to you. I imagine if it starts raining, the whole path turns into a slippery mudslide. How do trucks even deliver food and supplies here? One wrong move and everything could go tumbling down the mountain. The journey took much longer than we'd planned, all thanks to these tough road conditions. What we thought would be a quick ride turned into hours of careful crawling through dangerous stretches. Every landslide zone, tight curve, and oncoming vehicle added unexpected delays. That's Himalayan travel for you. You can plan, but the mountains decide your schedule. Despite all the tough roads and dangers, these Himalayan mountains never failed to amaze us. One look at the stunning views around us, and we forgot all our struggles. Snow-capped peaks glowing in sunlight, crystal clear rivers rushing through valleys, ancient rock tunnels where roads pass under mountain walls, pine forests smelling like heaven. Every turn brought postcard perfect scenes, like nature saying, "See, this is why you endure those bad roads." The beauty was so overwhelming, our tiredness just disappeared. We spotted a wild river crossing our path, water gushing down from the mountains with terrifying force. Without this bridge, crossing would have been impossible. The river roared like nature's music, so powerful that we forgot about the bad roads for a moment. But don't be fooled, that steep bridge climb was still a heart-pounding challenge, reminding us how vulnerable we are in the Himalayas. We decided to stop for a while to take some photos and enjoy the peaceful surroundings. The sound of the river, the fresh mountain air, and the stunning views made it the perfect little break before continuing our journey. Refreshed and back on the road, we set off again, excited to discover what breathtaking views awaited us next. We encountered another raging river crossing, this one far more dangerous than the last. This river wasn't playing games. Its destructive force was visible everywhere, crossing felt like tempting fate. After battling dangerous roads, we finally hit smooth tarmac and spotted a town below. Just seeing houses and shops made us instantly relax, safety was near. It was already 2 o'clock, we decided to stop for lunch in town. Light rain drizzled on and off, giving us perfect cool weather for hot food and rest. We made it to the town, where the presence of armed military forces made it clear this is a sensitive zone. After a quick break, we prepared for the final stretch, another 67 kilometers to reach Kishtwar. During our journey, we encountered many nomadic people, those without permanent homes, constantly moving through these harsh mountains with their animals. These resilient travelers carry all their belongings with them. Seek temporary shelters in caves or makeshift tents. Depend entirely on their sheep, goats, horses and donkeys for survival. The animals are their only source of income. It's a tough life, but they've survived this way for generations, following ancient migration routes through these dangerous paths. Seeing them reminds us how privileged we are to just be visitors in their world.
का रोड है
किश्तवाड़ भाई ये वाला रोड है।
भाई मैं भी आपके पीछे पीछे हूँ मुझे भी
भाई आपका चैनल भाई चैनल बोलो यार।
During our journey, we stopped to ask some locals about the road to Kishtwar. Despite the remote location, they were incredibly helpful, patiently explaining the route and warning us about tricky sections ahead. As we neared Kishtwar, we had to pass through multiple security checkposts, a standard procedure in these sensitive border areas. While we understand these security measures are necessary, the repeated stops made us fall behind schedule. What we hoped would be a quick final stretch turned into a slow crawl towards our destination. These treacherous mountain paths instantly reminded us of our Spiti Valley ride through Kinnoor, equally narrow, with the same heart-stopping drops and unpredictable conditions. As we approached Kishtwar, we noticed significant improvements in the infrastructure, with new sturdy bridges replacing the dangerous river crossings and earlier muddy trails now properly paved with blacktop. By around 5 o'clock, the evening light created a magical atmosphere, despite the overcast sky. Though clouds hid the sunset, the diffused glow through the mist painted everything in soft, dreamy tones. We couldn't resist stopping to capture photos. We spotted a group of army personnel and decided to ask about our destination. The soldiers were extremely helpful. They confirmed the safest current path and shared important security advisories for the area. As dusk approached, we spotted a charming town nestled deep in the valley below. After a long day navigating treacherous roads, we decided to end our journey here for the day and find a local guest house to rest our tired bodies. We are now riding toward Chingam, located about 25 kilometers beyond Kishtwar. We stopped multiple security checkposts where our documents and travel permits were carefully verified, and officers recorded our details at each checkpoint.
जाओगे श्रीनगर?
हाँ सर दिख रहा है 10 बजे। थैंक यू।
अभी कहाँ से आपने स्टार्ट किया था? कर्नाटक से, हिमाचल से होके आगे।
हाँ इधर ही रहेगी बाइक।
नहीं कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना।
इसको उतार दो जो जो जरूरी
नहीं ये सब हम निकालेंगे बाइक को।
बाइक सेफ है इधर।
सिर्फ है ना।
इसके साथ जब बात हुई तो आप जाओ इधर, एक बोलेगा इधर, दूसरा बोलेगा
We've finally reached Chingham. As dusk fell, we began searching for a guest house. At first, the locals' serious expressions and quiet demeanor made us a bit nervous, but we soon realized this was just their natural way. The place turned out to be completely safe and welcoming. Hope you enjoyed this adventure. Even more stunning landscapes and challenges await in our next episode.